say this right now. Sherry for the motherfucking win, dude. I did not think that I would fall in love with this girl so hard, dude. The women of Gate are transcendent. I don't even understand at this point. There's so many incredible female characters in Gate. It's crazy. And Sherry with this episode, the feels, her losing her parents, the mansion being burned down in front of her eyes, all for this twisted and fiendish reign of terror witch hunt that Zolzal is conducting in order to solidify his reign. And just seeing how she didn't even let it break her. The strength that she had and how she pressed forward and knew exactly what she needed to do in order to get out of this situation. Even in my opinion, stronger than Marquis Castle in that situation. And I'm just like, yo, Sherry, and she's only 12 years old. When you hear her bargaining with the man for some food and whatnot, trades him for 5 of the pearls that Sugawara gave her, and she's basically like, a woman's greed is a terrifying thing, dude. And I'm just like, yo, the prowess in this little girl, she's amazing. And it brings me back to last week when I did the live reaction and everybody was talking about Sherry. They're like, she knows exactly what she's doing. And I was a little bit doubtful. I was like, she definitely knows, but at the same time, ultimately, she's just this cute little lolly who's infatuated with Sugawara. But no, dude, even the man himself that gives her the food is like, you're going to be incredibly frightening when you're actually an adult, dude. Just pressing forward with this weight on her heart. And I guarantee that she would have utterly broken if Sugawara had betrayed her and not actually done what he did. And real quick, yo. Sugawara, I don't know, man. Yo, I knew from the jump that he was going to rescue Sherry. I knew from the jump that he was going to bring her into his protection. And there was a split second where I doubted him. I was like, I can't believe he's really going to do this and place, his care, because I know people are going to start, bringing up the fact that Sugawara is a lolicon and things of that nature. No. First of all, he did the right thing. He genuinely cares for Sherry, and this was the only option. And I think that, yeah, he might have some lolicon tendencies buried in there, but I think it's a beautiful relationship regardless, dude. And it's not like he's trying to do anything now. He's trying to wait till she's of age and everything like that. I mean, you could put some ero tendencies on it, but ultimately when the man stepped out there and he was like, don't you lay your filthy hands on her, dude, to that fiend gimlet, dude, of the Oprichnina, which we'll get into that in a second. I was just like, yo, Sugawara, when they embraced, and he was like, I'll buy you, another necklace with my own money and everything like that. I was just like, yo. And I wonder what the ripple effect is of his actions and how that's going to play out as the Oprichnina and brings it back to Zolzal and everything like that, and the tension builds between, Japan and the Empire and everything like that. But aside from that, Gate Season 2 episode, what are we at, episode 9? Yeah, dude, episode 8. We have 4 more episodes left. Man, dude. And it's really making me start to see where we're going to end up with the rest of the season. But now that I've already talked about, Sherry and that greatness and the focus that she had this episode and her strength, I want to get into the setup and how everything is going as a whole. First of all, the main party with Itami and my goddesses are off, trying to evade assassins and everything like that and find and build more resources. Arpeggio and the rest of them joined up with them, and it's looking nice. I wasn't expecting to shift from them at all, but getting this set up and seeing, the aftermath of the king's death and Zolzal trying to solidify his reign, basically trying to eliminate the Senate in its entirety. As, they bring the report, he establishes this Oprichnina faction and everything like that, gives them free reign, and based on this treaty, anyone that he sees as opposition to the crown. And basically he's using it as an excuse to be able to go off of all the proponents of peace, within the Senate and the nobles and everything like that, going after the Tyuule family and Sherry's parents and everything like that, going after Marquis Castle. I'm just like, this man is absolutely insane, dude. And I definitely see, because here's the thing, and I want to say this right now, it straight up is like some reign of terror, witch hunt shit. The people that are involved, Gimlet, man, utter fiend. Utterly disgusting. He does definitely have some strategic prowess, but I despise him. I absolutely despise him, especially his reaction at the end of this episode and seeing him going up and they're about to challenge and get into a skirmish with the Rose Knights, which it was, Bozes, man! I should have mentioned this first, but I had to talk about Sherry. It was amazing to see my second Fujoshi Bozes back, man, because I missed her. I missed the whole dynamic between her and Pina and everything like that, and we also get, more. This is probably the most shine, because we've seen BEEFEETER before, but this is the most shine she's ever gotten, dude. I really like her character, her design, and her personality and everything like that. But fuck Gimlet. Fuck Gimlet. Fuck, that other dude that he was reporting to, when Tyuule was there. Fucked a lot of the Oprichnina. I don't give a fuck. I hate pronouncing that word, but I don't give a fuck. Fuck Zolzal. Fuck everything he stands for. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, because I'm sorry, the feels for Sherry right now are heavy. I really can't take it. I really want to see, now that Diabo, I wonder if Pina, I forget if Pina actually convinced him to stay or not, but I wonder what Diabo's moves are going to be in the future as well. But I definitely see the rest of this arc and this season culminating with both Zolzal and above him, Tyuule, as final boss of this arc, as far as I'm concerned. I really would love for Tyuule to be involved in Endgame, especially with how incredibly fiendish she's turned out to be. But after the developments during the Enryuu-hen, I know it's going to be Hardy. I know 100% that it's Hardy, especially with the build-up and the setup that we found out with the gate, that Mimosa was spelling out last episode and everything like that when we were meeting up with Arpeggio, and they had that whole little discrepancy between Arpeggio and Layla and everything like that. I definitely think Hardy is where Endgame lies, and so forth. But Tyuule is definitely the boss of this arc, and we're definitely gonna see her. Here's the thing. Let's just talk about Tyuule before we finish up with this review, man. Here's the thing about Tyuule, and seeing her in this episode, dude, once again, that fiendish smile, that disgusting, that big boredom, man, just slipping out of the shadows, always lurking in the shade, talking about now dance for Tyuule somehow. I was just like, are you this fiend? This absolute fiend, dude. But here's the thing about Tyuule, and I'm gonna say this right now. I adore Tyuule. I absolutely love her. I'm gonna be completely honest. Yes, she's twisted right now. She's absolutely twisted. I don't think that she's ever going to find redemption, and her actions, there's nothing justifiable about them. At first, you definitely are introduced to her, you feel for her and the tragedy of her past and everything like that, but her hatred for Zolzal and the crown and for the empire as a whole, having lost her clan and everything like that, having to make this sacrifice and the abuse that she suffered, this rage and hatred has polluted and warped her mind and turned her into an utter fiend. And I don't see her vengeance completely, clouds her judgment. And everything that she does, there's sparks and shade and evil just dancing around inside of her, dude. And I don't see it leaving anytime soon. That's why Delila's rage against her is ultimately justified, even though there is a misunderstanding as far as that goes. But that's the thing that people don't seem to understand. It's because Tyuule gets ever the more fiendish that I love her more and more. The more fiendish she gets, the more I fall in love with her character. I loved her from the onset, but there's just something about that twisted persona, dude. I'm infatuated. Plus, she's sexy as fuck, too. But it reminds me of when people couldn't understand why, when the Nachitania shade was confirmed, for an example, that I love the character even more than I did before. It just adds so much more depth, and it just makes it so. There's something about it, dude. There's something about it. I definitely see Tyuule being more endgame as far as this arc goes than Zolzal is, and she will definitely, as far as I'm concerned, if she doesn't get her vengeance at least on Zolzal, I'm gonna be salty, because Zolzal needs to. I've been saying it since she protected him, and I saw that she definitely wanted to be the one to put him out. If Zolzal doesn't die by her hands, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. But like I said, I don't see Tyuule getting any redemption, and I don't really see her hatred, abating at any point. And I wonder what that's going to spell out for her future and how things will go forth. Because, like I said, I would love to have Tyuule, mad endgame in the series, but that's reserved for Hardy, as far as I can tell at this stage. So, really interested to see how things play out for the rest of this arc and the rest of this season. We definitely need, because we've only scratched the surface with these first two cores of Gate and these arcs that we've gone through of the potential of this world and all the characters and the setup that we have, to be fleshed out, especially where Hardy is concerned, meeting Giselle and everything like that and during the Dragon arc. And I need to see that, so hopefully in the future we can get another arc of Gate adapted into a third core, because I know that based on what light novel readers and manga readers have told me, they have the material to do so. And I don't think it might not be likely, but I really want to see that sometime in the future, because if not, I'm gonna have to go to light novels. I'm not even going to the manga. I'm going straight to the light novels, but I need to continue on with this story. But aside from that, let me know your thoughts on this episode. Sherry X Sugawara for the motherfucking win. I'm sorry. Yes, it's some lolly shit, but it's so endearing and it's so real and it's genuine, and I absolutely love both of those characters, especially with Sugawara's decision in this episode. So let me know your thoughts on this episode, and I'm out. Peace.